Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, my name is Farisi Khalid Firanka. You can call me Faris. I'm from SMA Negeri 1 Balikpapan, grade 11 Science 7. In this video, I criticize a novel book called The True Man from Heaven, a special gift from my beloved husband. There are 4 criteria that I'm going to talk about. The first one is background, the second one is the viewpoints, the third one, strong and weak points, and last but not least, my impressions. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the background of this novel. The True Man from Heaven, a special gift from my beloved husband, is written by Dan Surani. She was born in Balikpapan on August 9, 1974. She is the wife of Zaini Widodo and the mother of 2 beloved children, Amira Shafana and Muhammad Hisham Al-Aushar. After completing her formal education at high school, the author pursued her study at Belawan University, majoring in English for a bachelor degree, and graduated with cum laude. During her undergraduate studies, she received a Japanese scholarship and an official duty allowance scholarship, which allowed her to become a civil servant without having to take a test in early 1998, as recognized by the government. A few years later, the author received another scholarship from the government to pursue a master's degree in English and Educational Management at Belawan University. Once again, she graduated as the top student with cum laude. She is also selected as one of the 50 top teachers around the world in 2017. And I'm really grateful and thankful for having MD as my homeroom and English literature teacher. Next is the background of the novel. This novel has 12 chapters with 228 pages. It was published by The Publish in 2015 with a book size of 16 by 20 centimeters. This novel has received an ISBN certification with the first print on 2015. The cover design of this novel is made by Unggul Febri Hastanto and the book layout is by Dian Nur Rahmawati. The next criteria that I'm going to talk about is my viewpoints towards the True Man from Heaven novel. From chapter 1 until 12, my viewpoints of the novel is that the story revolves around Mayang, a woman who was looking for the true love of her life. There were 5 persons who proposed to Mayang, but only 2 persons they were brave enough to meet Mayang's parents and express their seriousness on proposing her. The name of the persons are Bima and Panji. Panji is a sweet man with a curly hair. He is a generous and pious man who will sincerely give and help others without expecting anything in return. He is also a man that always helped Mayang's parents, which make him close to them. And Bima is a religious, good-looking, and smart, and also a basketball player. Mayang is a woman who developed romantic feeling for her college friend Bima, but her parents favor Panji as a potential life partner for her due to his helpful and religious nature. Mayang finds herself torn between choosing Panji or Bima as her future spouse, leading to confusion. Seeking guidance, Mayang turns to prayer and asks for Allah's help. In response, Allah revealed to Mayang that Panji is the most suitable match for her. Ultimately, Mayang follows her heart's desire and selects Panji as the love of her life. Next, I'm going to talk about the strong and weak points from the novel. There are 3 strong points and 2 weak points from this novel. So the strong points are: the first one, a strong opening and plot. The second one, there are a lot of direct dialogues. And the third one, there are many positive implied messages and valuable experience that are useful for other people. For example, like how Mayang teaches us to obey our parents. And for the weak points, the first one is the cover isn't quite eye-catching, and the second one, inconsistent usage of formal and non-formal words. For example, in one sentence, aku nggak mengerti mengapa bla bla bla, using the word enggak. But in the next sentence, tapi sepertinya dia tidak bla 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 bla, using the word tidak. Overall, this novel is such a great book to read. This heartwarming tale that follows Mayang's quest for true love and the choices she must make between Bima and Panji, filled with emotional dilemmas, divine guidance, and personal growth. The story leaves a positive impression of the power of love, faith, and following one's heart. It reminds us that the path to finding true happiness is often filled with challenges, but in the end, we must obey our parents and don't forget to listen to our own hearts, which may lead us to the love that deserve. Like one of the hadith that mentioned, the pleasure of Allah is dependent on the pleasure of one's parents, and the wrath of Allah is also dependent on wrath of one's parents. So that's all my explanation about criticizing a book by MD. Don't forget to read A True Man from Heaven by Mem Dayang Suryani, because it is a really great and really inspiring book for everyone to read. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.